first rates on your screen, and I'm not so sure whether it's going to be a durable shade of green, because this is coming more like a dinky bounce for me. It is not coming on back of a change in a dollar or change in any macro concerns which have enveloped the market. But having said that, the breadth is looking strong. The markets are oversold, so dinky bounce cannot be ruled out. So let's start addressing some stocks here. TCS went up after the numbers. I don't expect that reaction from HCL Tech. Angel One quarter-on-quarter growth seems to be contracting. For the quarter gone by, there was a dip, but that was largely because of the new SEBI norms which are at play, where options brokerage or F&O volumes, they've come tumbling down. Are power stocks bouncing back? Well, they've been really on the receiving end, because that's been one performing sector. So Tata Power, Adani Energy, just about everything from the power space, which in a sense has got decimated, is that bouncing back. And now let's look at the small cap index and the mid cap index, just the indices. And the pace of change, which is the rate of appreciation in small and mid caps today, is certainly higher than what we've seen in the large and the mid cap stocks. So are we in for a day of comeback for small and mid cap stocks? That only we'll figure out in the course of time.
A bunch of other stocks which are in focus. BEL, of course, has bagged that additional orders worth about 561 crore rupees since last disclosure on December 23rd that they made. JSW Energy, again a bid for a 3.6 gigawatt KSK thermal power plant under IBC. Adani Energy, the Q3 trans network length has seen an uptick of about 30%, power transmission capacity of 54. That stock has gapped up quite nicely, 2.5%, and I think JSW Energy is well held up quite smartly. Anand Rathi, they've raised the FY25 revenue and PAT guidance. The board has also approved a bonus issue, but I can't really see any meaningful move on that stock, 2% lower as we speak right now. Other than that, of course, the disappointing earnings, I guess, have been from HCL Technologies. Delta Corp, of course, has been extremely weak. Let's see what these stocks are up to. 6.5% of a gap down on HCL Technologies. That's quite an exaggerated move, one would say. I don't think the numbers warranted this kind of a fall, at least when the markets have seen a bit of a recovery. There's United Spirits as well, wherein there's been that management rejig. Hina Nagarajan is going to step down as the MD CEO, and Praveen Someshwar is going to take over. So let's see what that stock is up to. About 1.5% lower for that one. And Angel One, wherein the Q3 margins also saw a downtick of about over 500 basis points. The EBITDA as well has seen a 26% decline. That's also the other stock which is in focus. JSW Cement has got an approval for its IPO. Other than that, JSW Energy has got an approval for acquisition of KSK, Mahanadi Power Company, like I earlier pointed out. So not just JSW Energy, but the entire group perhaps must be a little bit abuzz. And then, of course, like we flagged off earlier, PFC, REC, ICICI Securities has initiated coverage with a buy rating on both these stocks. Both those stocks are holding up nicely in the trade.
Yeah, but there are a lot of other big buzzers as well. Take a look at Biocon. That HSBC upgrade has put that stock higher by around 3.5%. Mahanagar Gas as well, wherein Morgan Stanley has initiated coverage with an overweight, is something which is in focus. The target price is $1,606 a piece. You also have names like Hudco, NMDC Steel, Motilal Oswal, Adani Power. They're all in the green. Piramal Enterprises is also in focus. Piramal Pharma this morning has made an acquisition, but it's Piramal Enterprises which is up actually 4.5%. On the losing side, yes, HCL Tech is down, Angel One, Anand Rathi, United Spirits, and then Shriram Finance has been a bit of a funny case as well. So that stock too is in focus. A lot of moving parts. Let's take a look at Ixigo quickly. That GEM Financial initiation, has it had any impact on the sentiment for that stock? And then, of course, there is Mazgaon Dock, which is holding up in the green, as is the case with Inox Wind as well. The time now to take the first trades with our charters. It's a decent opening. The advanced decline ratio is also looking healthy, at least for now. Let's see whether the sustainability of this move is something which is under question or not. Kunal, what's the first trade?
I think any sort of green is good enough for the markets right now, light green or dark green. But I think Reliance Industries is something where I would believe that there could be a very strong case of a turnaround or a better risk reward emerging. The stock is also nearing its 50-day moving average breakout, so that's a stock which I'll bet upon.